Welcome to the Graffiti Jungel. Another episode, Tangential Thoughts Chat Show. I'm your chief, Jihad. Leader of the Kim Dynasty of Spiritual Band. If we take our abundance, we don't ask for us to right for dollars. And on today's episode of Cigar Talk, stepping into the Graffiti Jungle, we have
Shadow.
Say it again?
Shadow.
I was over here doing some one-shot music videos, just having fun, just doing my thing. And I just peeked up and I seen dudes skateboarding. Now, my last year of teaching, thank you for your engagement. My last year of teaching, I started the skate club at the high school. And so to see somebody who has an insane alignment like that, I'm over here with the bike, you know what I'm saying? I got the bike out here. I seen bro on the skateboard, so I'm like, hey bro, I seen him look over, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, hey bro, and next thing I know, first thing he says to me, I misjudged your energy. I said, what you mean by that?
I was about to skate by, you know what I'm saying? I just sent a look, and he sent the shot back. I was like, all right.
Now, I tell him I used to teach and shit, and his first response is, oh, I teach.
I said, I still teach.
He says he still teaches. And education, wisdom, knowledge, information. Power is knowledge, knowledge is power. And so he then throws his other word there, shaman king. Now, I just came from the cigar shop. And even when we say talk, he said, man, I don't know what you smoking this, that, and third, but I've been thinking about getting a corn cob. I said, bro, you know what I'm saying? It's alignment, it's synchronicity, it's things like that. And so I could just tell. I was like, man, I'm making music videos. Let's make a music video right now on the spot. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how long I'm gonna be around you, how long I got you, how much time you had, this and that third. Let's get a music video, let's get it going. But I see that he has time, he's taking time out of his day, you know what I'm saying? And from the little bit of conversation, I can tell that he's well versed and he has some knowledge that he can and he's willing and able to share. You know, certain people are gatekeepers. Some people are
key holders. Right? And when you get with a gatekeeper, you find yourself always blocked to your path. But when you get with a key holder, they're always opening new paths for you to follow.
It's shit like that. Alright, so tell me a little more about yourself, man. Tell me a little more about yourself, where you're at in your journey. And cause you know, you watched the Club Chase podcast?
Sometimes, yeah.
Did you see one with Kel up there?
Kel, you mean like Keenan and Kel?
Yeah.
No, I have not.
Kel said, God sees you from an eternal position. So he knows how far you're going to go with that end goal. So tell me where you're at, and if you're looking at, if you try to give yourself that God perspective, eternity, that eternal position, where are you going?
Man, you know, it's like, I know my mother for as much as I know about her, the same here for me. But she can kind of tell me who I am, I can't tell you what choices I'm going to make in certain situations. And I think that's more of a relationship with God. Like, you know, he put everything he can into us, but we still have this thing called free will, which lets him watch us with astonishment about what we do with our day, with our actions, with our feelings, with our energy. I don't think he's seen a lot, and we ain't nothing new. But there's always a chance for us to have our own experience. And ain't a snowflake new, but they're each unique, you know? So, yeah, he got the whole spectrum covered, but each light particle says something different type shit, you know what I mean? And I think that's why, like, we have a relationship with God. It's not so he can watch the whole movie that he knows is going to happen. It's more so that he can be the chemist and watch the reaction, you feel me? And lately in my life, man, I've realized that when God's really giving you your trials and your testaments, just so you can have something to testify about when you get into a higher place, you know? He'll knock you down right before he gives you prosperity, because the hole's always at the bottom of the bucket. And when you reach the bottom of your bucket, you got time to refill that hole. And that's when he give you your prosperity. When
It's
you
a
don't
hole that's
lose it.
always gonna come out.
No, it's just how the bucket operates, man. It wears down over time. You have to constantly empty the bucket to search where the hole is. It's like a ship, man. If you don't do repairs on the ship, that ship will spring a leak. And then you gotta empty all the water out. You gotta find the leak before you can put that ship back in the ocean. And that's how God is with us, man. Rises our time, you know what I'm saying? He makes us patch our leaks. So I'm in between the partners right now, but I got the job. And that's just God playing this game with me. Like, you're safe. But I need you to fix some things before we go to that next level. And that's where I'm at, man. Just listening with the ears to hear and the eyes to see.
What is it? If you gotta talk about it, being honest and truthful, what is it that you have to? What are the holes that you have to patch up?
Pride. Right? You know, it's not about being humble or showing humility. That's one of the things that I've probably done too much of. Not speaking up when I see unfairness or not taking too much pride in myself or what I can do for myself, being lazy about my journey. And God's like, take more pride in everything I gave you, man. Speak up, because Spirit speaks through you. And Spirit won't speak no wrong. So don't shut your mouth for shit. Talk up to authority and down to authority if you have to, because you must take pride in what I gave you.
So where do you go?
I just now kind of got the will, you know what I'm saying? And I kind of got a feel for where I should be headed.
Which is?
I gotta continue doing my music. I gotta continue trying to create a dance school. I gotta continue pushing. Which I haven't been doing. You know, I've been laying low. But Spirit's telling me that I'm laying low for a reason. I'm not sure what to talk about. And right now, I know what I'm talking about. So Spirit's like, I gotta do the job. And that's where I'm at. It's like putting my name in my life.
Now what does the dream look like?
It looks like
Does the dance school have a name? I'm telling you, this is the Graffiti Jungel. I'm showing you this is Project Extinction.
yeah, it has a name. It's the Quantum Hieroglyphic Cheat Tower.
The Quantum Hieroglyphic what?
Cheat Tower.
Chi Tao.
Yeah, like the Dr. Chi.
Quantum Hieroglyphic.
Hieroglyphic.
Hieroglyphic. Egyptian.
Right. But it's the Hydra, which is
Water.
water shit.
Now some people talk about names, like we sit over there, let's talk about it.
Well, names and symbols transmit ideals, right? And they also.
So okay, so like I'm gonna tell you, like with my shit, right?
Mhm.
Like you heard me start off, it said Kim Dynasty. But I spelled Kim as in QM. But Kim, chemistry, Kemet, those are, you know what I'm saying? Those are a lot of different things. Now, with that kind of highs and stuff, like those office was third. But feeling comfortable, you know what I'm saying? What's how does somebody say what's in conversation and it comes like from your dance school, so like, well, where'd you learn this dance or this choreography? They're gonna say I went to da 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 da, or what are they gonna say for sure? Like Chicago, it's Chicago pizza and studio pattern. It's a whole shit. But what are they gonna say for sure? Make that shit in conversation. How does that shit sound?
Okay, so it's like, why didn't Bruce Lee, who knew English, create an English name for people to understand the style he was presenting? He called it Jeet Kune Do. You still had to go, what the fuck does that shit mean? You have to go, way of the fist, right? It's okay for it to mean something else that takes some investigation, right? And You know, that's why we encode everything in slang. So it's for the people it's intended for, right? It's not for everybody to culture vulture off of.
But it's still a conversation. They're gonna say, they're gonna say one thing. I go to what? They might say a couple words. What are they gonna say? They're not gonna say the whole name.
Woo!
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. It would be thoughtful. It would be thoughtful and strategic.
Okay.
Right? Because the thought form you project and you decide how to do things. And when you change your thought form, that helps you keep a new energy. So as you project that instead. It's easy to change your energy. Drugs can do that, right? It's hard to change your thought form, just the energy that you constantly project as you walk through. It's like we are our thoughts. So if you think something different, you will become something different.
Do you like that or love that? For somebody to say, I go to popcorn.
That sounds real good. I like it.
You don't love it.
No, it feels a little pressure, right? I just had to like zoom in to something real quick. And it's possible that that may give me the step up to get to the next iteration, the evolution of what the thing actually is. But that was a very good question, which I hadn't thought about before. And I appreciate it.
And that's what this is about. That's what this is about. Dream manifestation.
Exactly. And you just added a puzzle piece that was probably missing for me to project forward. So props.
Now, what does shaman mean to you? Because you said you are one.
That was sensitive when unseen energies. That you can kind of direct unseen energies in a way where other people can see it. Whether through your display or within themselves.
So, I was just watching this cigar documentary, and they talked about how cigars are the modern version of a campfire. This being around the cigars and smoking cigars is the modern day version of being around a campfire. The ancient people, the natives, the Indians, cigar has a very ancient tradition.
They used to pass it around the campfire. It's the peace pipe, but it wouldn't always be a pipe.
Now, something else that I like that was said in the documentary was that it's almost, how do you speak to God? How do you reach God? And each puff, smoke, goes where? It goes up. And this was a way to connect with God.
You know, there's a lot of like ritual technique type shit, and one of them is like you're supposed to like put your dreams and your wants on a piece of paper and burn it, send it up to the sky type shit, right? And so if you think about it, like while you're meditating or praying your thoughts, and each breath you take, it has a little bit of that smoke behind you. It's the same fucking magic ritual, you know? Sending those thoughts up and letting them just flow, forgetting about them, sending this stress where it belongs out.
I definitely understand that. Now, he also said he dabbles in the rap. So, I just want to challenge myself. We're going to add this to the poetry playlist. We're going to go line, we're going to go bar for bar. You want me to start or you want to start?
You already started it. I throw some heart in it. I killed rhymes. on my daily departing shit.
He said, I started it, departed it, stepping out my heart. Okay, I'm gonna take that.
I started it, departed it. I stepped out my heart and looked back like whose heart this is. Cartilage is the thoughts of the kid who lost all his cartilage. Real to the bone.
Alright. He said, real to the bone. And sharing blood like bone marrow. I'm listening to the birds. I'm not sure if it's a sparrow. Again, my words pierce people's hearts like an arrow. I'm still learning how to rule the land like a pharaoh.
I'm tired of Karens, Cheryls, and Carols, and Kens, and fuck it, I'm tired of all them trying to act like they woke in their dreams. It's inception, and y'all don't know what I mean.
Now, inception is deep. It's like when he was talking about the bucket of water with the hole that seeps. It's like walking through a room, not trying to disturb anybody, so you creep. And then you might hear a car that go by, beep, beep.
They wake up out their sleep, but hey, everything you sow, you gonna reap. Even hey, that's what the horses say. Now we're straight from the horse's mouth. Mr. Ed over here, you heard what I'm talking about. You over here, words from this talking mouth. I could get up right now and walk it out.
Now he talking about words and language and speech that come from the mouth. It's gonna sound different if you're in the north, and it's gonna sound different if you're in the south.
Get a dictionary. Niggas throwing up signs, new pictures is scary. You better have a hood pass, various ones, and get your ass cashed.
Like Clash is Clay, changed his name to Muhammad Ali, and you don't want certain people get too close and they start to call themselves family. It's easy to see he was talking about light and particles and how you can change, but Terrence Howard says if you divide the frequency by 2, you can then see the harmony of the frequency.
Dude, you starting to line freak with me. Because I hear your rhymes repeated in the universe frequently. It's like, is this a computer simulation or something? Is God gonna come back? I'm waiting.
Now, with a computer simulation, we like to play The Sims, and that's a whole bunch of animation. Sometimes you gotta sit back and, what's the message you gonna send to the nation? Because they're gonna try to do what? Drag your name through the mud for character defamation.
They're trying to get off the planet and go to a space station over a whole different galaxy. Leave us here breathing poisonous air and GMO foods, taking God's seed out of all the fucking fruit. What the fuck we gonna do? When AI's the new president, and we stacked on top of each other resident?
It's unprecedented. The time that we live in, it's unprecedented. The time that you can spend.
Who won? Some president. I ain't even vote this time, my nigga. Don't matter who you vote for. They already chose it before.
Does it matter about the people on the floor or the ones that's in the top seat? The ones that you don't get to meet, but they gotta represent who? Me and you. the ones with the flu, and they always healthy, and they always wealthy. And where does the money go? From hand to hand. The woman goes from man to man. Where did the time go? It goes away with the sand. And then the ideas come and they're really grand, and they don't want you to pursue it. They say it's death and decay, but you're trying to focus on the life and living the right way. You still don't ever know what the next words you're gonna say. But they always tell you to do what? And pray. And not know that's the message that you send out. Well, how about the one that comes back? That's where you gotta meditate. And that tells you to do what? Wait. And you gotta be patient. And that's latent. It's like diseases that'll just sit in your body. And then it'll awake. And isn't that a thing? How does something awaken? Like you can mix all the ingredients together, and then you put the cake for the baking. Or at the right time of the year when the leaves fall, you gotta do the raking. Reiki is another form of spiritual energy. And that's why you gotta stay away from certain enemies, because then that's just a foe. You don't wanna call that girl a hoe. But because we back to the grass, and that's a HOE, and that's a different type of hoe.
But you use that to plant the seed. And a lot of niggas don't plant their seed with the hoe. You know what I mean? But you probably find the baby with the right one, or the right two, or the right few. But too many of them here know how to turn right. They turn left. Ooh, crash. And blame it on you and your ass. That's why most chicks are pass. Don't say too much.
Because what they gonna do, they gonna ask you gonna smash your pass. We both said we was teachers. They say get your mass to class. And what is mass? And she got all that.
Yes.
And
why she keep acting like such an ass?
Because that's really a donkey.
Yeah.
You say stuff like that and it's wonky.
Or that he hard like this money. Always trying to take never spend their own. Unless it's on the hands and nails. Won't get you out of trouble or jail.
Now,
Giving them heaven but we living in hell.
what does Kanye say? We can't buy our freedom, but we can get a bond to get our way out of jail. That's not really fun, especially when you're living in hell, trying to find a way to escape. But then your way to escape is to blame it on somebody else as a goat, and then because you're trying to get away on your own boat, trying to stay afloat.
No, but he can't complain. He's still a slave. He just got gold chains, hitting with a better whip to his back. Still a slave, the same. Got his soul and he's giving it back.
The new slavery, they say, is mental. Again, people still trying to find a place to stay, residential. We floating on a floating rock, paying bills, in a land that was meant to be free, mountains and hills.
For the taking. That ain't taking the seed out of the fruit. No more fruit as you make it.
Again, the word choice. How do you make? Because you don't make money, you earn money. So you don't make fruit, you grow fruit.
Yo, but how do we take? Energy can't be created or destroyed. What the fuck am I taking? That's what got me so annoyed and paranoid. You take the shit from me, I can't get back. So I switch to the value of it, and that's a fact. I'm working on spiritual goals, ain't worried about stats.
I like the paranoid and annoyed. What he's really trying to do is fill a void, the gap in between where he's at and where he wants to be. not the bee in the tree, not the bee on the flower, not the time in the hour, not to taste that sour.
All those sounded good. I'd rather be in the trees than be in the hood. I'd rather be in the flower with the bees than be in the hood with these bees, if you know what I mean. I'd rather be tasting the sour, be growing it in the big field, not worried about how big the blunt field is.
Now, why you want to get out the hood? And that's the neighborhood where everything is good, like grandma cookies. You place your bet with the bookies. And then hey, because if you're not established in the game, you're not a veteran, you're a rookie.
But the hood is only good if you're trying to get moving. For real, son, the concrete jungle ain't as good as the real one. I'd rather battle fucking jaguars and snakes than battle all these bad liars and snakes.
See, somebody like me, I got a snake as a pet.
You can still bite your ass back.
And what I'm gonna do, Liv, you gotta make a decision that's decisive. That was a little dope little session. That was a dope little session.
Oh yeah, you came off in the middle up there, you know what I'm saying? I was just quiet listening, because you hit a nice little fucking wave you was riding, telling it and everything.
Freestyle.
On your surf shit, bro. You was surfing that shit for me. You was surfing that wave and I was just listening, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't trying to go back and forth because you was hitting it.
He said wave, save, you might know a dude named David, but you call him Dave. Certain drugs that you crave.
They ain't good for your days, but they're good for your nights. They ain't good for your fights. Cause you woozy, looking like the drunken master. I've been drinking too much, going off faster.
Acting all woozy, calling on floozy. Run into a rut and that's really a doozy.
You feel like your whole fucking life is a movie or a radio show. Pew, pew. That's the cops behind you. With the red and blue lights behind you. If I don't know, nigga, no, I can't co-sign you. These rhymes to free your mind. It ain't gotta be about busting down or getting pussy. I'm on the edge in life. Just don't push me. I'm trying to find something better. Not trying to get pussy weather. I've been there, done that. I've done scrap. I've done hit. I've done a lot of shit I don't want to repeat. I want to get better with me. I want to go from 3D to 4D to no D. I was here, but now you don't even know me. I rose to the G-O-D, place in my heart. A new person we got to meet. It's a new place where we start. Left my old pain behind. Like a bag lady, took the bags out. I used to throw bags out and get money back. But I'm done with that. I'm trying to get my money on paper. Yeah, stacks of facts. Paper trail. I'll pay tax. I don't give a fuck. I just want to live life clean and plush. The dirty life, I gave it up. That shit smells good.
told you already.
Told you again.
It's the type of pie.
Okay. I must not have been listening.
What types of pie do you know?
Apple, strawberry, blueberry, pumpkin, sweet potato. 3.14. I mean,
That's lovely. Alright. This type of pie, it rhymes with a bad toddler. This type of food you can eat at the beach.
I'm usually good at rhythms, but I'm stumped as fuck.
Right? You want a bitch that's gonna be like a turkey. Call her a goblin. And again, you want the fruit.
Peach cobbler.
And shit like that.
Okay. It'll take a minute. Probably raspberry cobbler.
What's the last time I took that? We're gonna re-up later this week.
So what's the jar tart be about?
Anything and everything.
Let it smoke.
Session was gonna be about my dude told me in the cigar shop today. He said, I put it in the rhyme, but this is what he really said today. Women go man to man. Money goes hand to hand. And you need to figure out how does that relationship apply to you. He kept going. And business. Business boils down to two things. Products and services. Either I have a product I'm going to sell you, or I have a service I'm going to provide you. Now, he didn't like the word customer, so I later then said consumer.
Participant.
You have to have a customer who's going to invest. You then need to have a repeat customer because it has to be residual. The money has to be residual. And then he said that you need to have a referral. So that means you have money, residual money, and then new money.
You're talking about now you have a way to get new customers, a way to keep old customers, and a way to advertise your history with customers.
And the last point that he made was I said, how do you cultivate that relationship with money? And it's about making conscious decisions on how you spend it. He said he had a long day. He woke up before the birds started chirping. At the end of the day, he got a cigar for his enjoyment. Or the other one was make sure you satisfy your needs before your wants. My retort was, what if your wants and your needs are synonymous, like a wolf? I want to eat, I need to eat.
All wants are needs. A need takes precedent over a want. So if I need to eat and I want to eat, then it's just that I need to eat. Now, at the same time, the unconscious mind of want could take precedence over a need. I need to eat, but I want to do this, or I'm going to put the eating off, right? I mean, it's all about prioritizing, right? Because needs are wants, and wants are needs. But how do you prioritize them, and what steps in the priority? I mean, I need to make money, but at a certain point, my need to sleep is gonna jump up. And I might want to make money, but I need to sleep. I might need to make money, but I want to sleep, right?
This is why they say the money needs to be residual, so that you can make money in your sleep. And I'm manifesting money in my sleep.
Yeah, you want to be able to work once and make the money work for you after.
Well, I have ways to make money. I have 7 books on Amazon.
That's the
I
reason.
got products on Teachers Pay Teachers.
Yeah. The Amazon works.
See, that's something I can say. Because the audiobook is on YouTube. So when the dream comes to real life, like the Graffiti Jungel, when somebody says which book do they want, I'm tell them what's the audio. So that's what I tell you. It's the audiobook. Figure out what you want.
On YouTube as Graffiti Jungel.
Kim Dynasty. QM space Dynasty. Or Graffiti Jungel. You type in Graffiti Jungel, that'll be on the front of it. What's up, bro? Same old shit. You want to say what's up to my podcast?
What's that?
You want to say what's up to the
You
podcast?
talking about spiritual bandits?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
Shit.
Yeah, I see.
Anybody here right now, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, that thing jumping.
For sure.
For sure. What's up, man? Y'all see on my chip?
Stepping into the graffiti. Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, that's what's up, though.
Show this on the camera, please. You see it? What you about to do, bro? That's where you can see all this shit at. So, we just did a little music video. That's us. I can buy now. At that point in time, I still did not know his name. At this point in time, I still don't know his real name.
My real name is Darrell, but I go by Shadow. And I always tell people that's when you know you got a good connection with somebody. When you've already gotten comfortable with them, you gotta talk for a minute because energy speaks for
put you up your YouTube?
Sure.
Let me show you that. Alright, so here's his YouTube. You want to tap in, subscribe to the content, see more of the messages, and see inside tap into his journey. You ever thought that was funny? That we used to talk. The Egyptians had hieroglyphics, and then now we got emojis.
Also, I think it's funny is that China became a dance style. But if you look back at how the Egyptians were using it, those forms meant words and communication. So if an Egyptian came back today and saw all these niggas dancing, they'd be like, what did you say about my mama? Because you don't even know like what words you actually saying. You know what I mean? But,
Do you?
No.
Okay.
But I've meditated with that energy enough to take it away from just the forms and shapes and take it back to a form of communication.
You gonna dance or not?
Last thing I had on my phone was on my Pandora. I was just listening to it. Alright, I'm going to start.
Hey, I'm still joking.
That's my one. So maybe we can have it like low so do that. Because it's gonna be a copyright. I ain't gonna let him, that's my first dance on the channel, you know what I'm saying? So I gotta match it, Play it back, I just gotta do something, right? I gotta do something. Freestyle to this shit. Freestyle shit. I don't know. I'm doing anything. I'm doing a little bit of anything. This just out here, just vibing, man. Just vibing.
You see, one thing I can say about my dance style is it's complex complicated and simple at the same time. And when somebody sees me dance, it automatically makes them a better dancer. Because I can show them so many small decisions I make. They're like, wait, I can do that? Yeah,
Right,
bro.
right.
Let me break it down for you on how easy it can be and just let your spirit speak. You don't gotta worry about doing no specific dance move or nothing, right? It's all free form. You just gotta learn a couple of free form rules.
Just doing shit. I'm just doing shit.
This shit look good.
I don't know.
What?
What's good? That
What's good to be?
beauty's in the eye of the beholder. That's what I told her.
And the first observer should be you, right? Yeah, man. Because if you let others behold your beauty, then they won't always see who you are. The first beholder of your beauty got to be yourself. You got to look in the mirror and behold your own beauty first. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder, so you got to be the first observer.
My phone did just hit 10%. So you got a last little message? Or you want to like that?
Man, I think that I'm still learning the message. I wouldn't even know what to say other than,
You don't got a favorite quote?
man, keep your head on the swivel.
That's football shit.
Shit, that's real life shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, my mama's still learning shit about life. Don't ever get too comfortable. Don't ever get too locked into a certain vision and looking straight ahead. You gotta make sure you ain't tripping over nothing. You gotta look behind you to see who's drafting behind you, waiting to swoop out ahead of you and move. You know what I'm saying? They do that in NASCAR all the time. They draft behind someone, preserve their own energy and space. They ride somebody else's coattails and then they zoom over at the last moment to get the win. Man, shit, I've been had niggas on my team who went ahead and stole an idea and got in a little situation before I had the chance to, you know what I'm saying? And you gotta keep your head on the swivel just so you can understand what trying to say. You too blocked looking forward, man, with no peripheral and no reflection. You're not looking back at your choices and that what your choices have affected behind you. You're only looking in front of you, and you don't see the storm coming that's creeping up on you. You feel me? And you gotta check the weather. You gotta check the pressure in your tires. You gotta time when you stop the gas. All that shit is very important when you're in the world of life. You can't just keep running the engine. That shit get hot. You gotta rest or you're gonna get burnt out.
Unless you got a Tesla.
Well, man, you gotta time when you stop because not every place is gonna give you that electric hookup. You feel me? You can
I
switch.
guess you could have sold up on a battery.
Look, it takes a lot of work to switch the form that's giving you energy. And if you switch it to the point where you become self-sufficient, like a Tesla with a solar powered tank or something, then that's the way to go, right? If you can switch it to the point where when it rains, you can use the rain to power your car, then that's the way to go. You want to be self-sufficient as possible, right? But that takes time. And so you got to keep your head
You're
on the
already
swivel.
living in that time.
And you got to budget your energy and know where your energy's going, right? That would be the message, man. Keep your head on the swivel and check your energy gauge. Know where it's going. Check your CPU usage. What's taking what?
Alright, this has been another episode of Tangential Thoughts Chat Show, a special segment of Cigar Talk. Thank you to
Shadow, you can find me on Instagram right now at Distorted Thoughtful.
any type of different spelling.